Hey everyone, Derek Steyer here again, live here at the rescue mission of the Mahoning Valley. If you caught my first Facebook Live, you have an idea why I'm here. But if this is your first time tuning in, I am here staying the night at the rescue mission to give people a better understanding, a first-hand perspective of what it's like to be a client here at the rescue mission. What conditions are like inside the building, what kind of services they provide, and also shed some light as to why they need a new facility. A couple of months ago, the mission started a capital campaign to build a new facility. This building that they are currently in, they've been in it since 1972, and it is deteriorating quickly. You got bricks falling off the outside of the building. You've got a lot of ceiling issues on the inside, and I will show you more of that a little bit later on tonight. But I wanted to hop on here today to talk about one of the most important things that the mission does, and that is their social services department. So as I kind of showed you a little bit earlier, but I'll flip it around again. There's not much room here. You've got a kind of a cubicle partition here, and you've got a cubicle partition here, and then you've got a glassed in area here. I mean, literally, I can pan the phone just, a few feet, and this is all the area that they have for social services. And so this department is extremely important because what they do is they get people back on their feet. Kathy Marshall says, "Saved my life." So glad to hear a comment like that, Kathy. Thank you for sharing that. And there are so many others who probably feel the same way as you, Kathy. So I just talked to social services. And so when a client comes in and they check in, they meet with social services. Usually they would like to schedule an appointment within the first 72 hours. And so this is what they are given. They are given a psychosocial history assessment, and it goes through all kinds of questions. Madison, who has been fantastic, was able to run me through that assessment and take me through exactly some of the questions that they would ask. And she says one of the most important things is an ID. And so Social Security card, birth certificate, photo ID, medical card. She says those are so important for clients to have because they need those IDs to be able to hook them up with other services, whether it's mental health or whether it's drug and alcohol services, whatever, housing, whatever it may be, the IDs are so important. And so they ask them, and then they start to go into the history. They ask them, what brought you here? And Madison wanted me to reiterate again that there are so many reasons, they see so many reasons that people are here staying at the rescue mission. It's not just about drug abuse or alcoholism. A lot of times they get people where they lost their breadwinner in the family. They lost a loved one. And they burned through all their safety nets, all their savings. Whatever it may be, they lost all that and they had nowhere to go. And so it's not always necessarily by their own faults. And so that was one thing that Madison really wanted me to make sure that I share with you as I do these series of reports here on Facebook. Again, trying to give you this perspective of why they need this new facility here at the rescue mission of the Mahoning Valley. The mission's has been going since like 1890s. They moved here in 1972, and they have just outgrown this facility. This was an old YMCA. They have a few rooms. Now, when I show you a little bit later on, they've got bunk beds for the men just stacked. And I mean literally, feet apart from each other. They can sleep about 56, 57 people. And then they've got mats all around and everything. And so again, I'm going to show you more of that a little bit later on. But back to the social services, they ask if there are any military members because they can connect them with VA services right away. Medical issues. This is not a wheelchair accessible facility. That's another big thing. So if there's someone here in a wheelchair, they can't take them. So the new facility would be wheelchair accessible because everybody stays up here on the second and third floors. And if you can't walk up the steps or get down the steps in 3 minutes time, then they can't take you. She says, Madison was telling me they get a lot of mental health, a lot of people with mental health issues, anxiety, depression, PTSD. Those are the three main types, diagnoses of mental health that they get. And they can get them the help, which is why she said not a lot of people want to come see social services, but if they do, they can get them the help that they need. Substance abuse, they go through addiction patterns. And she said that people are pretty truthful. They're pretty truthful about everything that they're going through, which is good. It's good because they want to get help, and that's certainly what this mission is able to do, is get them help and get them back up on their feet. They go through legal issues within the past 5 years, so that if they know if they're, a lien against them, or there's just something with a lawyer involved, anything legal-wise. They'll go through parole and probation officers so that they can talk to them. Because obviously if they're on parole or they have a probation officer, they want to get with them to make sure that everybody continues to meet and continues to stay connected, if you will. And of course, this is a religion-based program, so they talk about religion as well. All clients who stay here, if they're in the building at 4 o'clock Monday through Friday or at 7 o'clock on Sunday, they have to go through chapel service. That's one thing that the clients have to do. If they're outside the building, they don't have to, obviously, but if you're inside the building during those times, you have to go through. Matthew, you said, how was your dinner real quick? It was fantastic. I don't know, not that I expected bad, but it was fantastic. So really, really good ham and cheese casserole and green beans, some bread, and then an ice cream bar for dessert. So it was great. So I did want to answer that real quick, Matthew. After they complete this assessment, they go through what their goals and interventions are, because not everybody wants the same thing. Not everybody has the same goal. And so they try to tailor this to every individual person. And that's the neat thing about, they try to stay on track as much as they can, but that's the neat thing here, is that, they really try to make sure everybody gets out what they want to get out. And so, but she said step one, of course, back to the IDs. Everybody, it's the most important thing. You've got to have those IDs, your medical ID, driver's license, birth certificate, social security card. And if you don't have those, then they can help you get those. And then the other thing is that Madison really wanted me to share that this is not just a place for people to come and stay and leave, and that they don't just sit around. That everyone is held accountable. So right after dinner, they put up a chore list, and people had to clean up the dining hall. And so it's assigned for different people, and then the different duties, and they sweep it and clean it, and I mean, it was clean within about 5-10 minutes. They've literally got it down to a science. And one interesting part that I like about the rescue mission here is that the people, if you are work eligible, or if you can't work but you're still getting an income, you have to go through their home savings program, a home savings deal here through the mission, where 50% of your income is saved by the mission. And then when you leave, you get 100% of your money. This also applies to working clients. So if they're out working, 50% of their income has to go into a home savings loan or a home savings account through the mission, so that they don't spend all their money. And when they get to the point, because a lot of times, Madison was saying, sometimes they'll leave here with $3,000-4,000. That's a couple months' rent. And so such a neat aspect, I think, of what they do here at the Rescue Mission in holding their clients accountable, because you can give them all the tools necessary, but they have to learn how to succeed. They have to learn how to get better and be better on the outside, and that's what the Rescue Mission is doing here. And I think that's, again, something that people maybe don't realize that they do here. They drive past this building every day, but it's not just, and some people do come and stay the night and then they leave, but there are a lot of clients that stay here. Sometimes it's a couple weeks, sometimes it's a couple months, sometimes it's 6-9 months. They have this Discipleship Academy program, which is like a 9 to 12 month program where men are working and using their education and learning education, biblical education, secondary post education, and a lot of times they're able to leave here with fantastic jobs. Some of them come back and stay and work here. And tomorrow on 21 News at 6, I'm going to share with you a couple of staff members who were clients here and are now thriving because of the help they received here at the Rescue Mission. So I just wanted, again, to share with you real quick what I learned through the Social Services Department and talking to Madison here at the Rescue Mission that I don't know that a lot of people realized happens here. I haven't had a chance to do my intake process. They're still doing some others, and I am going to be live back on here again. I kind of threw this as a bonus live on here tonight because I wanted to share that information with you. And so I'm going to be back on live, giving you kind of an idea, again, now of the conditions of this facility. We're going to go down to the basement and show you that, where a lot of storage is. They've got some leaks. They've got some issues down there. And then I'm going to show you upstairs where they've got some major ceiling issues, where the ceiling collapsed, and they just haven't been able to completely, get that fixed. Because, again, they're trying not to waste money and throw money into an aging infrastructure that's just not worth it. Again, we're here because they want to move the mission. If you are inclined to want to donate, just go to their website, moveourmission.org, and you can donate to their cause. They are several million shy of their goal still. It's a $10 million campaign to build this new facility that they so desperately need. So if you are willing to donate, you can go to moveourmission.org. Matthew says, what time are you going to go live? I'm hoping to go live again within the next 30 minutes. So been waiting a little bit. I think they're ready for me now for intake, possibly, I don't know. Or we're going to go give a tour and we're going to go look at some stuff. So, but real quick, I just, again, wanted to share with you what the Social Services Department does here for the Rescue Mission of the Mahoning Valley. So check back in. I should be back on here live in about 30 to 40 minutes again. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in and helping me share this important story about a mission that desperately needs your help. Thank you.